dive in a little to how leadership handles failure, and if it's a personal event that when you started taking the reins, when you had that instance where you were talking to the member in the back and they put all their faith and all their trust in you, and now you're the one to make the decision that fails. How are you navigating that, and now either on the go plan B, or we have to complete reset?
So failure is, you can't grow without failure.
Right.
Something that I've learned as a leader is that I have to give the people that work for me, I'll get your, answer your question a bit more directly, but you have to allow the people that work for you to fail, because they will never learn otherwise. Mm-hmm. And the challenge as a leader is that you have to be their top cover to allow them to fail, and you take the heat, so they don't get penalized for it. Now you don't allow them to fail catastrophically.
Right.
But you try and lead them down a path so they can have little failures along the way that they learn something from it. Kind of like the first time your child rides their bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to push them off, let them go a bit. You're not going to let them fall off a cliff or go in front of traffic. Mm-hmm. But you might let them maybe fall on the grass or something like that, just so as they learn their balance. Yeah. Same sort of thing with the people that work for you. And it's so, and that gives them confidence. It gives them a way where they can learn from their mistakes, and it helps them to think through things. So for myself, one of the wonderful things about naval aviation is that we critique each other severely, and it's a very important part of getting better. If you were to sit in a debrief with the Blue Angels, you go to a show. You ever seen the Blue Angels fly? I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
Of course you have.
100%.
Of course you have. So I got to fly with them last year. Did a show with them, which was amazing.
That's one of my bucket list items, is to be able to fly on.
Well, we'll see what.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'll hold you to it.
So they are the absolute consummate professionals. And you look at them flying and you think, my goodness, they are perfect. This is perfection personified. And you go to the debrief afterwards, there's very little about what they did right. All they talk about is what they did wrong, and it's all self-critique. The boss may say, I think we did this as a team wrong, this wrong, but individually they will self-critique each other pretty harshly. And you'll be sitting there listening to them and you think, what are you talking about? It was awesome.
Right.
And in aviation, they take it to another level. But in aviation, we try very, very hard to be as honest with ourselves and with each other. So when we go into that debrief space, it's like a safe space. Mm-hmm. You say whatever you need to say to better yourself in the future. Mm-hmm. So we tend to have fairly thick skin, and when we fail, as long as it's not through negligence or something that's catastrophic through incompetence, then we try and learn from it. We say, okay, fair enough, yeah, I messed up there, I put my hand up. How can we learn from it, and how can we move on from it?
Right.
Failure is such an important part of growth.